Hi gang, Rob here. I'm sitting out on the deck, getting close to sunset at the cabin that we've rented from one of Heidi's relatives in Townsend, Tennessee. It's our last night here in Tennessee, and I thought I'd just sit down and share some thoughts with you and introduce the video you're about to watch, which is kind of a video montage of some of our adventures while we've been here for the last few days. What a beautiful, beautiful part of the country this is. I would suggest if you're coming down to this Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge area that you stay in one of the outlying areas like Townsend where we are. It's away from the fray, away from the tourist traps, closer to what God made. And we were up north of Sevierville today. Had to go visit Smoky Mountain Knife Works, which was an interesting experience in and of itself. But it occurred to me as we were driving back south through the strip in Pigeon Forge that wow, a lot of people come here and spend days on end in that area. There are hundreds of businesses competing for their money and their attention in a contrived way when only 10 miles to the south, one of God's most majestic creations awaits them. I wondered for a moment how it makes them feel when He created all this beauty for His most beloved creation to enjoy, and thousands, hundreds of thousands of them every year never see it because they're 10 miles north spending money on things of this world that are not of Him. So my advice, if you need any, is that if you come to this part of the country, stay close to Him. Stay away from Dolly. We're going to go enjoy a nice dinner right now and enjoy our last evening here, relax a little bit. That's all I have. Enjoy the movie. Grace and peace. Talk to you soon. Here's a shot from a few yards down the mountainside from our cabin outside Townsend, Tennessee. See if I can give you a panoramic view without falling down the mountainside. Okay, this is the steepest road on the mountain where the cabin is. It doesn't look like it yet, but get ready. Here we go. It's like skiing on the Black Diamond. And here we go again. Some deer in Cades Cove. We saw wildlife. First time ever. In the distance we have some wild turkey at noon on an overcast day.
We're using our hunting show whisper because we don't want to scare the wildlife. I'm being tickled to make sure I can maintain composure, but it's not working. She just squeezed my nipple.
We're at the Primitive Baptist Church in Cades Cove. There is one really hot girl taking pictures. We're in the cemetery behind the Primitive Baptist Church at Cades Cove. Interesting tombstones. A lot of them from the 19th century. A lot of infants buried, a lot of young kids. Here's a cool one. Russell Gregory, 1795 to 1864. Founder of Gregory's Bald, about 1830. Murdered by North Carolina rebels. Interesting. Civil War death. There's that hot girl again.
Lazarus. Stop. Lazarus.
Lazarus. Oliver. Come out, Lazarus. Here we are in the bottom, or sort of in the middle of Cades Cove, which is sort of a high mountain prairie in the south end of the Smoky Mountain National Forest. And we're sort of in the south end of Cades Cove at a spot where we can pan and sort of look from one end to the other. And now we're facing north. And this plain goes on for a long way. About 7 miles, I think. People settled here, coming over the Smoky Mountains from the East Coast. And this looked like a good place to stop, and stayed here for several hundred years. Here's one of the Cades Cove settlers' ancestors.
Stop.
Maybe. Here we are at the Apple Valley Cafe in search of apple dumplings.
One of the things now, hurry up and play. Yeah. All right, I appreciate it.
We found them. Here's a good one. You can come all the way to East Tennessee to get Amish popcorn from Bern, Indiana. Let's see what Heidi's up to. Poor planning on your part does not constitute an emergency for me, says the little redneck girl. Too many redneck girls have Vogue sunglasses. Huh. Why did my wife just show me this and laugh hysterically? Huh? Why would she do that? Why would she do that? It's between a touristy gift shop in the north and in the south. From the Redneck Standard Version, I'm a Bible-toting, devil-stomping, faith-walking kind of girl. Romans 16:20. And if you prefer it in fuchsia. Well, we're embarking on our hike to Laurel Falls. We better read the sign before we get too far down the trail. Danger, falling deaths have occurred, closely control children. High vertical drop-offs ahead along trail in that falls area. How do you feel about that?
You told me you weren't going to do that anymore.
No bears yet. Not much breath left either. Could you imagine taking a hard hike? Well, we're about halfway up the mountain to Laurel Falls, and this is our reward. Pretty cool. Haven't seen any bears yet. Haven't fallen yet. Wow. Well, we are here after about a 1.3 mile hike up the mountain. This is Laurel Falls. We're on our way to Clingman's Dome. This is Carlos Campbell's Overlook in the Smoky Mountain National Forest. See if there's any wildlife. Ooh. Look at that hot little bear. We're walking up to a scenic overlook on the Tennessee-North Carolina line. You can look, I think, both directions from here. Well, here we are looking back into Tennessee. Let me turn around. And there's North Carolina.
Hey, Dad!
This overlook is right next to the Appalachian Trail. This is a really cool spot. This overlook we were just on is right next to an entrance to the Appalachian Trail. And if you can read the sign, it's a footpath that's over 2,100 miles of continuously connected trails. We'll not be walking that today. Well, we're taking the, according to campfire talk, short, easy hike to the Clingman's Dome observation tower. If I sound out of breath, it's because it's a short, easy hike. See you at the top. Well, I hope we're almost there, but I'm out of breath. So we stopped to take this shot. What beautiful scenery. Camp, I'm gonna kill ya. Well, we're here at the observation tower at Clingman's Dome. And I guess I have to apologize, campfire. You didn't say it was a short, easy hike. You said it was a short half-mile hike. Look at this view. Well, no matter how steep that hike was, well, was it worth it?
I try to hold it. Let's try
We're
this again.
at the highest point in the Smokies, at least in the National Forest. Looking down. The sky is brilliant blue. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
But you can't get anything in the background.
Here we are at Clingman's Dome. It's really, really high, isn't it, sweetheart?
Yes.
Was it worth the hike to get up here?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Are you done having your picture on video?
Well, I thought you were taking a picture.
Oh, is that what you thought?
Yeah.
Sorry. Here's some we didn't expect in April in Tennessee. Snow-capped mountains. Pretty cool. Okay, guys, we got a big surprise for you. You ready? Here it is. Oh my. Yeah, Smoky Mountain Knife Works. We're going there. Possible gift idea for Rafe, the nephew. What do you think, sweetheart? There's one behind it as a price tag.
$80.
$80?
$80.
Wow, look at this place, guys. A mecca of sorts. We'll let you know what we see. We have spider coves, guys. Frankly, not as many as I would have hoped to see, and apparently full-blown retail. We might buy some hats or accessories, but don't think we're going to buy any good knives today. Here's the Benchmade case. Once again, not a superb selection. Some black class knives. A Rift and a Triage and a Damas. Well, hey gang, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video of our vacation. A couple thoughts before I leave you. First of all, we did make it back home safely to Indiana. Had an uneventful trip, quite enjoyable actually. And second of all, you noticed a couple mentions of Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Sevierville, Tennessee. and we took a little footage inside. And I don't mean to knock them. They are a retail store, and they do a really good job keeping a great selection of knives and tactical related gear and maintenance products, no doubt about that. But if you go there, you'll pay retail, and I don't know that you get the most expert assistance you could receive in most of the booths. But on the whole, they do a good job. But you know, most of us knife guys, myself included, don't really like to pay retail for knives, and if we do, we like to get a little personal touch, a little expertise, a little local flavor. And there is a store in Townsend, Tennessee, where we stayed. You'd pass right by it 100 times before you'd ever pull in. It's called the Townsend Shopping Center. They've got an Exxon gas station out front. There's an old gentleman that runs that store who's been a Zippo and Case and Buck and Victorinox dealer since before most of us were born. And I went in there to buy a collectible case knife, which I did, review to follow. But I spent about an hour with this old gentleman, and he's known every CEO of Zippo and Case for the last 40 years and fishes with them, and he's their moonshine supplier. And what a great place to buy a knife. I highly recommend stopping into the Townsend Shopping Center and buying a pocket knife if you're in the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge area. With that, grace and peace. Have a great evening, guys.